Hi!
Hello, and welcome to the Daily Almanac for September 8th. So, let's get started.
First day in history!
On this day in history, September 8th, 1565, a Spanish explorer, Pedro Menéndez de Avilés, established the first permanent European settlement in North America at present-day St. Augustine, Florida. It was built near the site where Ponce de Leon, the discoverer of Florida, landed in 1513. And on this day in 1930, Scotch tape was developed by Richard G. Drew at the 3M Company in St. Paul, Minnesota. Scotch brand cellulose tape was the first waterproof, see-through, pressure-sensitive tape. People who purchased the tape found that it could be used for lots of tasks around the house, including sealing packages, mending papers that tore, attaching pictures to the wall, and holding their eyeglasses together. What do you use Scotch tape for? And on this day in 1961, scientific evidence linking heavy smoking with heart disease was reported for the first time. Unfortunately, newspapers, television news, and people across the country did not pay any attention to the report at the time.
Word power!
Today on Word Power, we'll learn about the word antonyms. Antonyms are pairs of words that are opposite in meaning. For example, hot and cold, up and down, wet and dry, in and out. Well, sounds simple, right? Like easy, hard. But sometimes two words can have the same antonym. For example, the antonym of long is short, and the antonym of tall is also short. So short has two antonyms, long or tall, depending on how the word is used. Now, for example, if you wanted to use an antonym to say the opposite of I'm going on a short walk, you wouldn't say I am going on a tall walk. No, you'd say I am going on a long walk. Not all words have antonyms. For example, orange doesn't, and airplane doesn't, and computer doesn't, but doesn't does, and does. It's doesn't. Yeah, I have one more for you. The antonym of start is finish, and we are finished with Word Power for today.
Ooh, extremes.
Today on Extremes, we ask, who uses the internet the most? The answer is people in North America. In North America, 7 out of every 10 use the internet. This is more than in any other region of the world. More than half of the people in Oceania, mainly Australia and New Zealand, use the internet, while only 4 out of 10 people in Europe are internet users.
Health tips.
Even though you need to eat food from all the groups on the pyramid, you should not eat the same amount from each group. When you look at the food pyramid, you will see that some stripes are thicker and some stripes are thinner. For example, the purple stripe is thinner than the orange one. The width lets you know you need to eat more grains than dairy products. You can also see that the stripes start out wider on the bottom and get narrower at the top. This shows that some foods in a group are healthier than others. For example, in the fruit group, an apple would be at the bottom and apple pie would be at the top. That's because an apple is a lot healthier than apple pie. In the grain group, whole wheat bread would be on the bottom and a cookie would be on top.
Earth alert!
If you're with your parents when they stop for gas, ask them to show you how to check the tire pressure. That's the way to find out if tires are filled with enough air. It's important because if the tire pressure is low, then the car doesn't roll as easily. That means it needs to burn more gas to get where it's going. The tires don't have to be flat to waste gas. Even if they're just a bit below the right air pressure, that will cause waste. Now, once you learn how to check tire pressure, make sure that that's your job whenever you go to the gas station. Well, that's all the time we have left today for Daily Almanac. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you tomorrow.